pencil and a pen. I'll be giving you a lot of information, so you need to just write down, all right? And I can see here we got Tariq. Oh, wow. Hi, Tariq. Welcome to the class. We got Silla here. Hello. Great, guys. Welcome to the class. And yes, a lot of students will be joining up also. Not to worry. As told you before, that today will be a great time. We'll be learning about modal verbs, all right, students? And I'll be focusing more on must, mustn't, don't have to, should, and shouldn't. And also I'll be teaching you a lot about, for example, with might and may, would, will be coming later. So promise me you're not leaving the class, and promise me you're not going to sleep in the class, all right? I'm talking in English. Don't look at my face, guys. My email address is barakeric1429@gmail.com, all right? And now, my darling students, you can just call me Eric or you can call me Barak. As usual, don't call me teacher or don't call me Hosham. Got it? Love you, my darlings. Great. So let's start today's class, and of course we are going to start off with our modal verbs of obligation. Now, my darlings, remember, when we have a model of obligations, we always have different modal verbs, and you know that very well. Halil is there. Hi, Halil. Uzan, hi. Welcome to the class. We got Sila, we got Tariq Ozal, we got Halil. Great, guys, and good to see you, and I'm great too. And I know, like, it's very hot. Make sure don't get dehydrated. Drink a lot of water, okay? You need to drink a lot of water because it's too hot, and I don't want you guys to get dehydrated, all right? So let's go back to our class. Remember, in my class, we study together, we talk together, we laugh together, ha ha ha, and also, of course, we a little bit chill in the class. You know that way, right? So, sit back, relax, don't think about, hey, what I'm going to do tonight? Hey, what I'm going to eat tonight? Hello? Leave your eating, leave your plans for tonight. Right now, we are in the intermediate class. Love you, my darlings. Okay, so let's start. Now, the first question comes to our heads. What are modal verbs? We talk to each other, hey guys, what are modal verbs? So today is the right time for you to understand modal verbs. We got here on the blackboard, a modal is a type of auxiliary helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. All right? So what I'm going to do is, now remember, I'm going to teach you for example, every two modal verbs, and then we're going to do an exercise together, and then we jump to the next one, all right? So, hi, Mehmet Murat, welcome to the class. That's great. So, it seems like everyone is coming back to the class. Well done. That's great. So, now remember, our modal verbs have a special job, like in grammar. Every section or every family have a different job. Same way, our modal verbs got a lot of job to do. Now, what their job is to express same things, but are combination of auxiliary verbs and the prepositions too. The modals and semi-modals, all right? Now, we have a lot of variety of modal verbs, but today, as I told you, I'm going to focus, so open your ears. Make sure it goes into your ear and it's not going out from here. Love you, darlings. So we're going to have to talk about can, could, be able to, may or might, shall, should, must, have to, will, or would, will be coming very shortly, all right? And don't forget out, if you don't have my email address is barakeric1429@gmail.com. What I can do is, during the course of the week, you can drop me an email related with grammar, vocabulary, or anything related with English, and I will definitely reply you back as soon as possible. All right? Now let's have a focus on our main title, can, could, be able to. Now, my darlings, I know they all sound same. They all sound similar. But hello, there is a difference. What I'm going to teach you today. So make sure you have your paper ready to write down all the information. All right? Great. Now, can, could, be able to. Hussein says, teacher, your name is Barak. Yes, Hussein, my name is Barak. You can call me Barak or you can call me Eric. So my name is Eric Barak. My darlings, you can call me Eric, you can call me Barak, but please don't call me teacher or don't call me Hochem, please. Darlings, love you. Let's start. Can, could, be able to are used to express various ideas. Ability or lack of ability. Now, when you say ability, it means, for example, you have a talent, you have a strength to do it. Now, that's called ability. All right, my darlings. Now, when you say lack of ability, now that actually means what? That the person, he or she, is not able to do the work. For example, you give someone a thing to do, he or she is not able to do because they might be lacking ability in themselves. So that's called lack of ability. Did you understand, my darling students? Are you understanding me? Hello? Are you understanding me or not? Are you enjoying the class, darlings? Now remember, when they are in present or in future, your can and your can't plus your base form of the verb. All right, my darlings? Great. We got here Hussein, Mohammed, we got here Tariq, Sila, Halil. Okay, great. Wow, I love you, my darlings. I am enjoying the class because you are my darling students and I love you a lot. So that's great. You're not sleeping. That's great. So let's go back to the blackboard. It says here, can, can't, plus base form of a verb. Guys, remember, when you say can, when you say can't, now remember, can't is your negative, all right, my darlings? And when you say can't, that's in your positive, all right? So let's go for a quick sentences. My darling students, I'm going to give you the sentences, and now you will tell me here if in a sentence is that ability or lack of ability. Let's go with number one. Tom can write poetry very well. Now tell me if it is ability or lack of ability. Darlings, I need the answer. 12 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. Hello, my darlings. And number two says, I can help you with that next week. Now, in the second sentence, I would like you to tell me whether it's an ability or a lack of ability. Great, I got an answer here. Well done. Hussein says it's an ability. Great. Tariq says ability. Wow. Sila says ability. Great. And then we got Halil says Tom is able to poetry very well. All right. Now here, let's go and check with our magical box. And what's the answer? Darlings, great job. Well done. Let's check the answer with our magical box. Wow, you guys did a good job. 5 for my darling students. Great. The answer was ability. Well done. Number 2, I can help you with that next week. And your number 3 is okay, can't speak French. Now, in number 2 and 3, my darlings, quickly tell me whether their abilities or lack of abilities. Okay, let's go to the, oh wow, Halil says ability, that's great. Hussein says number 2 is ability, okay. And Sila says ability, wow. Tariq says lack of ability. Now, Tariq uses lack of ability. Is it for sentence number 2 or 3? Hey, my darling students, when you're writing your reply, please write on the sentence number, all right? I love you. Tariq says third one is lack of ability. Great. Now let's go to our magical box. Guys, control your heartbeats. We need to check with our magical box and get the answers, whether they are right or no. Let's check. Wow, that's the ability down there again. Well done. Number 2 was Hussein. Great. Halil said ability. Well done. And Tariq says number 3. Okay. And Silla says 3 is lack of ability. Great. Now let's go on to number 3. Our sentence is can't speak French. Now when you say Oscar can't speak French, now let's check with our magical. What's your answer? Well done. That's lack of ability. Great job, Tariq. You're doing good. We got Sila says also number 3. Halil says number 3. Oh, great. Guys, you are the best. You know that. 15 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. This is Eric Barak, intermediate class, Just English. Now, guys, let's go to the next part. Great. That was a great thing. Now, that shows that you understood the class very well. Now, let's go to the next part. It says here, am, is, are, will be, plus able to, and your base form of the verb. They're always positive, remember. Alright, my darlings? And in your negatives, we always get am not, isn't, aren't, won't be, able to, are base form of the verb. Now, those are your negatives, alright? I'm sorry. Now, for example, if you look into the examples on the blackboard, it says there, Furkan is able to solve complicated maths equations. Now, my darling students, I would like you to tell me number 1 and, of course, number 2, the support team will be able to help you in about 10 minutes. And number 3 says, I won't be able to visit you next summer. Now, tell me, my darling students, sentence number 1, 2, and 3, whether they are positive or negative. I need that answer from you guys. Look on the board, read your sentences very carefully. I've explained to you on the positive sides and the negative sides. Give me the answer, whether your sentences 1, 2, and 3 are positive or negative. 16 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. Alright, Tariq says 1 and 2 are positive. Okay, and number 3, Tariq says is negative. Now, guys, let's have a look, Tariq. Great job. And let's see my other darling students, what answers they got. Tariq says positive. Hello, Tariq. Which one is positive? Well done. Okay, Furkan is able to solve complicated maths equations. Now, guys, that is positive. Well done. Number 2 is the support team will be able to help you in about 10 minutes, all right? Now, it means what? The people are going to help you, but a bit later, or after 10 minutes, so it is still positive. All right, my students? And number 3 is, I won't be able to visit you next summer. All right? Now, that is for sure a negative. All right, my darlings? Great. Now, don't forget, my email address is right here on the board. barakeric1429@gmail.com. You can drop me an email related regarding with the grammar, vocabulary, during the course of the week, and I'll get a chance to reply you back. All right? Great. Now, wow, we got Sila says number 3 is negative. Yes, you're right. Halil says 3 is negative. Well done. Halil says 2 is positive. Great. Milik, I did. Hi, Milik. Welcome to the class. Hey, my darling students, I'm so sorry if I am not able to pronounce your Turkish names. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Because the problem is I can't speak Turkish. And I can't understand Turkish, guys. Alright? So please forgive me, alright? I told you before, in my class, it's fun. We study together. We sing together. Please forgive me. And then we dance. We laugh. And we smile. And we understand our lessons. Love you, darlings. Great. Now let's go to the next one. Now remember, we've been talking about can and can't, alright? Now same way, if you go into your past, remember we use could and couldn't plus your base form of the verb. Alright, my darlings? Your could into the positive and your couldn't into your negative. Alright? Now, Melik says you called my name is perfect. Oh, well done! This is a first name, my darling students, I pronounce correctly, I think. Why can't I pronounce Turkish names? But, Melik, well done, thank you. Ramazan, hi Eric. Hi Ramazan, welcome to the class. Great to see you again. Alright guys, back to the class. Could and couldn't, base form of the verb. We got positive and we got negative, alright? Now it says here, when I was a child, I could climb trees, alright? Now that is in the past. We just talked about can and can't. Now this is in your past. Remember, not forgetting out was, were plus able to plus a base form of the word. And then, my darlings, you have wasn't, weren't, and plus able to base form of your word. Your first one is positive. You have your negative here. Then hasn't, haven't, plus being able to, and plus base form of your verb. Alright, 21 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. If you've just come into my class, this is intermediate class. Eric Barak is my name. Your teacher, but don't call me teacher. Just call me Eric, or you can call me Barak. This is right here from the heart of Just English. Looking back to our sentences, alright? I wasn't able to visit her in the hospital. And the sentence number 2 says, he hasn't been able to get in touch with the client yet. Now, my darling students, I have a question for you. Open your ears, darlings. I have a question for you. Sentence number 1 and sentence number 2. I want you to tell me 2 things. Is this in the present or in the past? And is it positive or negative? Let me know right now. Okay. Ramzan says, again, you are the best. Wow, I am. Ooh, I don't need a heart to darlings. Great. Tariq says, the most energetic live class I have ever had so far. Great. Of course, if I am energetic, you are energetic too, guys, because you are my darling students. All right. Back to class. We did a joke. Guys, tell me quickly for these 2 sentences. If they are positive or negative, and in which tense are they? In the present or in the past or in the future? Guys, give me your answers fast here. 22 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. Coming up at 2:45 will be a break for you guys, and definitely a 15 minutes break. And after the break, we will continue and joining out with your vocabulary bank with hospitality coming right here at Just English. All right? Great. So guys, I'm waiting for your answers. Sentence number 1 and 2. Are there positive or negative? And what tenses are there in? Are they in the past, in the present, or in the future? Guys, I want you guys to answer. Are you sleeping? Hello, don't sleep. It's not time to sleep now. It's time to study. Remember, can and could do not take an infinitive to verb and do not take the future auxiliary will. All right. Now here, incorrect is I can to help you this afternoon. Now that is incorrect sentence, my darlings. Remember that. A lot of time I come across people, they speak that sentence which is wrong. The correct sentence is I can help you this afternoon. Remember, your infinitive doesn't come there, alright? I will be able to help you this afternoon. Okay, great job. You guys are doing the good job. I have come across because you're my darling students and you know what you're doing. You're in my class. You're doing too good. Trust me, you're doing too good. Now we are going into the next phase, which comes possibility and impossibility. All right, guys? Now, also remember, my darlings, when you do a possibility or impossibility, it means what? Can or can't with your base form of the verb. All right? So when you say, you can catch that train at 10:43. So when you say, you can catch that train at 10:43, that means what? That there is a possibility that you will be able to catch the train at 10:43. All right? Number 2, he can't see you right now. He's in surgery. Now, that is what? Guys, I want you to give me an answer, darling students, for sentence number 1 and 2. You need to tell me now if there is a possibility or impossibility of these two sentences, guys. Come on, I need feedback from you guys. Ramazan says, again, you are the best. All right. Lila says, hi. Hi, Lila. Welcome to the class. Good to see you. And guys, I want your answers on sentence number 1 and 2. Is there a possibility or impossibility in sentence 1 and 2? Guys, I need that answer. Where are you guys? Are you sleeping or gone for your lunch? Hello, there's no lunch right now. Lunch is at 2:45. Get yourself water. I don't want you, my darlings, to get dehydrated. Get yourself water, okay? Lunch is coming later. Now it's time to study possibilities and impossibilities. Okay, wow. Hussein says number 2 is impossibility. Silas says impossibility is number 1. And then Silas says 2 is impossibility. Great. Well done. That's the right answer. Now, guys, one more thing here. Let's go to number 2. When you say could plus base form of the word, you can also see here, I could fly via trap zone if I leave the day before. Now, it says here what is emphasizing. If I could fly to trap zone means if the person wants to go to trap zone, he or she should leave a day before. Okay? So in this case, that's still, there could be a possibility or, impossibility. All right? Now, also we have asking permission and giving permission. My darlings, it's always 2 different meanings. Asking permission, giving permission. All right? Now remember, it's not written on my face. It's written on the blackboard. Look there, my darlings. Can plus subject plus base form of the verb is informal. All right? It says here, can you lend me $10? Now, my darlings, is this under asking permission or giving permission? Can you lend me $10? Is it asking permission or a giving permission? 28 minutes past 2 p.m. A very good afternoon to you right now. You just came into my class. This is Eric Barak with you and Just English, all right? Number 1, can you lend me $10? Okay, Tariq says it's asking. Great. Now, guys, when it says asking permission and we got a giving permission, now remember, we need to be very careful, all right? Don't come to me and say, Eric, but you said this. Eric, you said this. Hello, right now, my darlings, open your ears and listen to me. I'm speaking in English, not in French. I love you, my darlings, all right? Okay, we got the answers here. Sila says, ask permission, all right? Tariq says, is asking, great. But TR was like, oh, wow, welcome to the class. Good to see you. And I hope you're not going to sleep in my class. Students, promise me you're not going to sleep in the class. And of course, after the break, promise me you are going to come back to the class. We're going to talk about hospitality and vocabulary back related with hospitality. All right, 2:45, I'm going to give you a break. 3 o'clock, we're going to restart the class. All right, so you're not going anywhere. Promise me you will not sleep and you will not leave the class. I love you. Okay, but it says welcome, thank you. And number 1 was done. Let's go to number 2. You can borrow my car. Now, guys, number 2, you can borrow my car. Is that asking or a permission? You can borrow my car. Now, what do you think, my darling students? Is it like asking sort of, or is it a permission? And remember, could plus subject and your base form of the verb is very polite. Darlings, remember, when you talk about, for example, the modal verbs like may or might, always remember, can is alright, is understandable, but can is very informal, alright? Your formal is always may, but that we will talk a bit later, alright? Now, could I have your number, or could I talk to your supervisor, please? Now, these two sentences, okay. Hussein says giving permission, Halil says giving permission. Well done, that's a right, great, great. Oh my God. You know why you're giving the answers today? Because you are in my class, and I hope that you are drinking a lot of water. You need to drink a lot of water so that you don't get dehydrated. Great. Water makes you fresh, keeps you healthy, never lets you get dehydrated, and of course, remember that as we enter the period of COVID-19, make sure you drink a lot of water with your lemon and your onions in it so that your immune system gets stronger. All right? Great. Back to the class. Could I have your number? Could I talk to your supervisor, please? Now, guys, here, is this a permission or an asking? Guys, is this a permission or an asking here? Could I have your number? Could I talk to your supervisor, please? Now, guys, here, is it an asking or is it a permission? Okay. And guys, my email address is, don't forget out, it's burakeric1429@gmail.com. And not forgetting out that I will be teaching you this coming Thursday, all right? So Thursday, I will be back in the class. Make sure, finish your work, everything, and come back to the class, all right? Batia says asking, great. Now, that's a good one. Could I have your number? And could I talk to your supervisor, please? Now, that is asking. Hussein says asking, well done. Halil says asking, great. So it means, guys, my darlings, you have understood. Definitely understood what we are talking about. That's great. Now let's go to the next part before we go into our can, could, be able to exercise. All right, guys, exercise, we're going to do it together. You have been interacting with me. Love you. Make sure for exercise, you need energy to give the right answers, all right? Great. Make suggestions to make a suggestion use. Now you use could plus base form of the word, informal. You could take the tour of the castle tomorrow, All right. Now that's actually sort of a suggestion. All right, guys, get ready. Are you ready for an exercise now? Exercise number 1. Hey, my darling students, are you ready for the exercise or not? Ready for the challenge? Ready to get an exercise? Where are you? 34 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. Where are you, my darlings? Where are you gone? Let's start exercise number 1. And we are going to try to pick up our modal verbs can, could, be able to. All right? Now from these 3, you're going to fix in your blanks. All right? Okay, great. Let's start exercise number 1. And Halil says wasn't. Okay, that's great. Exercise number 1. Hey, darling students, can you please write down your modal verbs can, could, be able to on a piece of paper quickly as I'm going to scroll up the page. All right? Your sentence, your example sentences are already here. Ben could not help his little brother with his homework yesterday. Example number 2, can I call you later tonight? And now, my darlings, I want you to give me answer for number 1, 2, and 3. Your sentence number 1 says, Tony ran long distance when he was a boy. All right? Number 2, you please call a tow truck for me. My car broke down. It's in a polite way. Number 3, the students dash to buy their textbooks today. The bookstore is all out of them. All right? I want you guys to give me answers number 1, 2, and 3. All right? Let's start now. Okay, we got here. Halil says 1 is wasn't able to. Okay. Hussein says 1 is could. Okay. Ramazan says could. Halil says could. Ramazan says could is also number 2. Sila says could is there. Okay. Tariq, are you there or are you gone to sleep? Malika, where are you guys? Okay. Hussein says number 2 is could. All right. Great, your messages are flowing, your answers are flowing on the broadcast, getting me a chance to see how much you learned today. Exercise 1, can, could, be able to, 37 minutes past 2. Good afternoon in the first hour of today's class, intermediate, with me, Eric Barak, right here at Justenglish. Hussein says number 2 is could. Well done. Sila Cook Dimar says could. All right. Now let's quickly go to our magical box and check our answers, guys. There we go. Oops, sorry. Okay, we got number 1 is could. Then we got number 2 there. My darlings, number 2 is could. Well done. And then we got here is aren't able to. And your number 4 with our magical box. Let me check there. It's can, and then the last one is your number 5. It says they will, and the next part says able to. Well done. Now let's look up to the students list here with all the lovely answers we got here. Nigar, hi Nigar, welcome to the class. Wow, great, good to see you. And Hussein says are able to. Nigar says 2 is can. All right. And then Halil says 2 is can. Great. Well done. That's a good job, guys. And you did a good job. Thank you for participating into exercise number 1. And now, guys, let's go to the next part. There we go. Now we are going to study about shall, should, ought to. Now, guys, remember, when you talk about should, remember, should is a positive and also is a negative, which shouldn't. Don't forget that, my darling students, all right? Should is actually our advice, Alright, and of course you guys know that should is always used as an advice. Okay? Nigar says hi. Hi Nigar, welcome to the class, and I hope you're enjoying my class. Hey my darlings, are you enjoying my class or you're not? Are you sleeping? Are you enjoying? Okay, I love you guys. Shall, should, or to. Now guys, we talked about should is all about advice, alright? Offer of assistance or a polite suggestion, that's advice. When you are quite sure of a positive answer, alright? That's the time you can go for your shall plus your subject plus your base form of the verb, alright? Who's Aura says very enjoying games. This says hi teacher Eric. Hi Gay, welcome to the class. And Aura says enjoying, great guys. I am very happy my darling students. You are enjoying the class. That's great. And you know that very well. In my class we study together, we sing together, and of course we dance together. And we learn our lessons together. 40 minutes past 2. Good afternoon. This is Eric Barak with you. We are doing intermediate class today at Justenglish. So guys, coming up will be a short commercial break for 15 minutes. And promise me, after the break at 3 o'clock, you're coming back to the class. And we're going to study about modal verbs, followed by vocabulary bank. Hospitality will be coming in the next hour. All right? Great. So here we go. We're talking about shall, should, and ought to. Ross is laughing. That's great. You guys are happy. I'm happy too. That's good. So our sentence is, shall we go for a walk? Now when you say shall we go for a walk, now that means what? Remember guys, I told you about here. It says, when you are quite sure of a positive answer or reply. So we can use shall there, okay? Shall we go for a walk? Now when you say shall we go for a walk, now guys remember, shall is only used with I or we. Hello my darling students, don't forget your subject. I, you, he, she, we. Don't forget. If you have forgotten, don't come and tell me, Eric, I don't know my subjects. Hello, if you don't know your subjects, what can I do? Don't worry, I'm not going to cry here. Love you. Okay, great, guys. So it says here, shall is only used with I or we. It is used instead of will, only informal. Okay, great. Now let's go before the break comes in. Let's go quickly. We're talking about should, shall, and ought to. Offer of assistance or a polite way, all right? Now here also, remember, when you are not sure of a positive answer, remember, we just talked about a couple of minutes ago about shall. Shall is used for if there's any positive answer, all right? But remember, your should is an advice and it's always for when it's not sure, okay? So should plus your subject plus your base form of the verb. Should I call a doctor? Hello? Should I call a doctor? Now guys, that is what? That is, you're not sure that you should call or not. That's why we use should there, because it is an advice, but it's not sure if it's positive, okay? Great. Should I call a doctor? There we go. Okay? Great. Let's go to the next one. A prediction or expectations that something will happen. Now, when you say a prediction, guys, remember, my darlings, prediction means what? Something you predict is going to happen maybe after 6 hours, maybe after 1 day, or maybe after 2 days, all right? An expectation means to expect something from someone, all right? Should and shouldn't. Plus your base form of the word. They're always together. And not forgetting out, my darling, love you students, don't forget should is positive and shouldn't is not positive, all right? the proposal should be finished on time. And number 2 says, I shouldn't be late. The train usually arrives on time. Now guys, we have 2 sentences here. Would you like to tell me which one is a prediction and which one is expectation? Hello, don't sleep. Prediction and expectation. Number 1, the proposal should be finished on time. Number 2, I shouldn't be late. The train usually arrives on time. Now, which one is a prediction and which sentence is expectation? Guys, I want you to give me an answer, and after that, we're going to go for a break. We're going to grab some coffee, some tea, have some snack, munch your stuff, and come back at 3 o'clock for the class. We're going to continue still related with modal verbs. Not forgetting out, we'll be coming also your vocabulary bank with hospitality in the next hour after a break. Now, Gilani says first sentence is prediction. Hey, Gilani, welcome to the class. Hey, good to see you. Sila says prediction. Great. Well done. That's great. Proposal should be finished on time. That's a prediction. Well done. And I shouldn't be late. The train usually arrives on time. Now, number 2. Is it a prediction or an expectation? Darlings, where are you? Before I go for Nigar says prediction number 1. Hey, Nigar, well done. Oh, my God. Stila says 2 is expectation. That's great. Means a train is expected to be on time. That's great. Well done. Guys, before we go for a break, tell me, are you really enjoying my class? Are you really happy with me, Eric Burak, or you're not happy? Of course you're happy because you're not sleeping in my class and you're giving me all the answers. Now that means what? That you are enjoying and you're understanding everything what's going on in the class. Sila says number 2 is expectation. Great, well done. That's the right answer. Guys, I am going to give you a break. Don't forget, after the break, I'm going to catch you at 3 o'clock, all right? Exactly 3, we're going to continue our class, Eric Burak Intermediate, and of course, we'll be coming to the next hour. Don't forget out, you're going to have your vocabulary bank, hospitality. Good afternoon.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and urge to survive in the outside world, just English style. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what do, just English style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Şimdi sen de dile gel. Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone won't live by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Distinguish style, learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what do, distinguish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife.
Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Etrustic.
Rigid. Bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
Hi students, welcome back to the class. I hope you had a great time and you enjoyed your break. And not forgetting out, before we had gone for a break, we were talking about should, shouldn't. Do you remember? We talked about the positive and about the negative answers, alright? And we were doing an example of should I call a doctor, alright? The time right now is exact to the dot 3 o'clock, and welcome back to the class after having your 15 minutes of great break. I hope you got a lot of energy and sit back. Oh, don't sleep. Sit back and relax and try enjoying this hour now. We're going to talk about should. Continuing will be some exercises followed by will be also your vocabulary bank. Coming up with hospitality. Alright, my darling students. Are you back to the class or not yet? Let me know right now. Okay, so we talk about predictions and expectations. We're done. Something will happen. Should and shouldn't. The proposal should be finished on time. I shouldn't be late. The train usually arrives on time. We already talked about this before. Hussein, Halil, and Raz, they gave the answers already about that, okay? So let's go to the next part now, to give advice. Now, darling students, when you say to give advice, now that means what? It should go with should, ought to, plus base form of the verb, all right? You should travel tomorrow. Now, that's like an advice, okay? Now, guys, the difference is ought to is actually not so stronger than should and must, sorry. It's not stronger by must and should. It's just in the center, ought to. That's how, where if the sentence is not stronger, it goes between must and should. You get your modal verb ought to, all right? You should check that document before you send it out. We got Always, we are back. Hey, Always, welcome back. Where are the rest of you guys? Are you still hanging out, making phone calls? Leave your telephones, leave everything and come back. The class has started, my darlings. I love you. 2 minutes past 3. Good afternoon. This is Eric Barak with you. Intermediate class right here at Just English. Don't forget yourself to drink a lot of water because it's very hot. And I don't want you, my darling students, get dehydrated. Make sure to drink a lot of warm or a lot of water. There we go. When you drink a lot of water, your body will not get dehydrated. All right? So make sure drink a lot of water. Okay? Back to the lesson. Great. We got Gelani says hi. Gelani, welcome back to the class. Okay, now let's go down quickly. Should and ought to. You should check that the document before you send it out. Now that's an advice that before the document goes, you better recheck the document again. All right? The number 2 says you ought to have your car serviced before the winter. It means, do you remember I told you before? Ought to is between must and should. Like it's not so strong. All right? So it's possible and it's like not. So it's like not so strong. To give advice about something you think wrong or unexpectedly. Shouldn't plus base form of the word. James shouldn't teach him words like those. Now, shouldn't, my darling students, is a negative. Remember that. It's not positive, all right? So, don't forget, it should go into your brain. Great. Now, let's do an exercise together. We should, shouldn't, and ought to. Are you ready for exercise number 2, my darling students? Are you ready or not? Hello, are you there? 4 minutes past 3 p.m. Good afternoon. If you joined my class right now, this is Eric Barak, and my email address is barakeric1429@gmail.com. During the course of the week, you can drop me an email related regarding with the grammar, vocabulary, and I'll get back to you. Sila says, yes, we are back. Great. I hope you guys had a great break, and now you're ready to study. Exercise number 2, we need to pick our modal verb should, shouldn't, or ought to. Alright, guys? Fill in with should, shouldn't, or ought in following sentences as in the example. We got 5 sentences, and guys, I'm going to read your sentences. Try to get the answers right away. Should, shouldn't, or ought to. Alright? Our first sentence, you dash get your teeth cleaned at least once a year. That's great. Number 2, the house dash be ready to move into by next month. It's almost finished. Students, my darlings, when you're writing me the answer, put your number, all right? Number 3, Ron dash to improve his attitude. If he doesn't, he might get fired. Alright? Great. Number 4. Dash, I get your jacket. It's cold. It's cold in here. Okay? Now that's your number 4. Number 5. You dash put your feet on the table. It's not polite. Okay? You dash put your feet on the table. It's not polite. Now my darling students, what I'm looking at for you guys is 5 sentences. Try to pick your modal verb should, shouldn't, or ought to and fill in your sentences. Alright? Gilani says, I'm ready to access. Hey, great, good. It seems like you guys got a lot of energy after coming back from the break. And yes, you had a lot of water, right? Because it's very hot outside and don't get dehydrated. Water needs to be with you every time, my darling students. Alright? Good. Gilani's ready for an exercise. Well done. Okay. Gilani says 1 is ought to. Okay. And number 2, we get the answer is should. Alright. Sila says number 2 is should. Well done. Guys, I need your answers, and later, as usual, we are going to check with our magical box and get the answers, whether you guys were right or wrong. It doesn't matter. 8 minutes past 3. Good afternoon. Second hour of intermediate class today with Eric Brock. Halil says number 1 and 2 is should. Gilani says number 3 is should. Alright, let's start with our magical box. Number 1. It's number 1. It's should, guys. I think your S was missing out there. Oops. Sorry. It's gone other way around. I need to recheck again what's happening. Should. There we go. Your answer is should there. Okay. Sila says number 4 is should. Gillian says number 5 is shouldn't. Alright. Great. Well done. Thank you for your answers, for your feedback. Let's quickly, as we're checking with our magical box, let's go to number 2. We got should here. It's number 3, guys. We got here. It's ought. Wow. And your number 4. It's shall. And your number 5 is shouldn't. Great. That was a great thing you guys did. Number 1 is should. Number 2 is again should. Number 3 is ought. Number 4 is shall. And your last, number 5, is shouldn't. 9 minutes past 3. Alright, guys? Great. Now let's go to your must, have to, need to, or don't have to, or needn't to. Okay, guys? Now, my darling students, I know very well they're all the modal verbs. Sometimes their sound or their meanings are similar. Not to worry. But remember, when you use your must, have to, must, have to, must, positive, have to, positive, mustn't, negative, don't have to, negative. Alright? Good. We use have to and must to talk about obligation or something that is necessary to do. Alright? Now it means what? It's a necessity or a requirement. Now that's where your have to or your must comes when you talk about an obligation. Is that clear, my darling students? Okay? Now when you see, whenever we talk about the present and future, make sure you are using your modal words must, have to, need to with your base form of the verb. Alright, my darlings? Great. Very simple. I'm going to recap for you. Must, positive, have to, positive. Mustn't, negative. Don't have to, negative. Remember, your must and your have to are always talking about obligation or something which is necessary. Alright? It becomes like your necessity and a requirement. Now that is called must and have to. Alright? Gilani says right. Thank you very much, Gilani. You guys are understanding. I'm very slow. Thank you for understanding. I love you, my darling students. You are great. Remember, you are doing well, okay? You are working hard, you are studying hard, and I'm so proud of you guys because you are my darling students, all right? Great. Now, guys, look down on the blackboard. It says here, whenever we talk about present and future, we use must, have to, need to, not forgetting out your base form of the verb. Now, let's go into your simple sentences, all right? You must have a passport to cross the border. Now, guys, is that in a present or is it a past or is it a future? Sentence number 1 and sentence number 2. Elizabeth has to apply for her visa by March 10th. Number 3, I need to drop by his room to pick up a book. Now guys, are these in the present or in the future? Let me know that. Look at your sentences very carefully. We are talking about present and future. You must have your passport to cross the border. Number 2, Elizabeth has to apply for her visa by March 10th. And of course, number 3, I need to drop by his room to pick up a book. Now guys, let me know whether these 3 sentences are there in present or in future. 13 minutes past 3, intermediate class, Eric Barak. A very good afternoon to you. And of course, we are going to close up at 4 o'clock. So enjoy my class. Batyar Uskak says 1 is present. You must have a passport to cross the border. Well done. We have Batyar says 2 is future. Elizabeth has to apply for her visa by March 10th. Now when you say March 10th, now that's specifying your date. Alright, my darlings? So it's specifying a time duration. So it's going into the future, where Sila says number 2 is future. Great. Now, darlings, tell me for number 3. I need to drop by his room to pick up a book. Now, is number 3 a present or a future? Give me the answer. Number 3 is present. Now, that is Sila says present. Sila, tell me now, why did you say number 3 is present? Halil, tell me now, why did you say 3 is present? Guys, I need the answer why number 3 is present. Okay, but Tihar says also present. All of you tell me now, why did you pick number 3 as present? Give me your answer with a reason. Why did you pick number 3 as present? Okay. While I'm getting your feedback, I'm going to go jumping into the past. We have just reached the present and future. Now we're going to go into our past. Remember, for your past, you should always use your had to. Remember, my darling students, your have is in the present and your had goes in the past. Gilani Ika says, actually, I don't have any idea. Don't worry, but good try. I'm going to tell you now, I need to drop by his room to pick up book. Means what? It's in present because the person is just talking right now and he's going to pass by to pick up book. So well done. That's a good one. It's in the present, all right? Now, guys, we're talking about the past. Remember, in your present, you always have your have and your past goes to had, all right? Had to, needed to with the base form of the verb. I had to work late last night. Now, this is into your past action done. I needed to drink a few cups of coffee in order to stay awake. Now, you can also say, I needed to drink a few glasses or few bottles of water in order not to get dehydrated. Okay? That's a good example. Okay? Now, guys, remember one more thing here. Have to and need to are often used in the same context, all right? But many times need to is used to express something that is less urgent, all right? Something in which you have a choice. When things are not urgent, you can use need to, all right? Other way around, when things need to be done in a hurry, that is going with your have to. Okay? Great. It says here almost is 100% must plus base form of the word. Zainab has lived in Paris for years. French must be very good. Now, when you say Zainab has lived in Paris for years, it means what? That definitely she is good in speaking French. Her French must be very good. All right? Now, here we go to pursuit is process to try. Must, have to, plus your base form of the word. You must try this wine. It's excellent, all right? Now, that's pursuing out. Process to try is called you must try this wine. It's excellent. You have to visit us while you are in town. Okay? Now that means what? Process to do. In the first example we saw there, you must try this wine means what? If there's a wine bottle, you need to try it. It's excellent. And number 2 says, if you are in the town, you should visit us. All right? So that's all about process to try. Now, guys, let's go to prohibited or forbidden. Must not and mustn't plus base form of the verb. Now, prohibited means something which is not to be done. Forbidden means something which is not allowed to be done, okay? Now, must not and mustn't plus your base form of the verb. You must not drive over the speed limit, okay? You mustn't or you must not is still the same. Mustn't is in the short form and must not in the long form. If you write must not or mustn't, they sound the same. You mustn't or you must not drive over the speed limit. All right? That's your sentence number 1. Number 2, you mustn't leave medicines where children can get to them. All right? Now that is what we have prohibited and forbidden. So, prohibited is actually on number 1, and your number 2 goes on with you must leave medicines where children can get them. Means you should not leave the medications in an area where the young, small children are because it's not allowed. Okay? Now, let's go to lack of necessity and then go for an exercise. Don't, doesn't, didn't, plus have to, and your base form of the verb. You don't have to park the car. The hotel valet will do it for you. Okay? Now that's a lack of necessity. Tim doesn't have to go to school today. It's a holiday. You didn't have to shout. Everyone could hear you. Okay? Now these are actually a lack of necessity. Using your don't, your doesn't, and didn't with your plus have to. Okay? Needn't plus your base form of the word. You need not worry about me. I will be fine. Now guys, let's get ready for your exercise. Exercise number 3. Look on the board. You're going to have modal verbs must, have to, need to, don't have to, and need not. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of them. What you're going to do is you're going to fill up your blanks. Alright? Guys, don't forget out. Your blanks need to be filled up with above mentioned modal verbs. Alright? We go to cool, kupaka poop. Hi, who's that? Welcome to the class. Guys, let's do sentence number. Okay, let's do sentences number 1, 2, and 3 together. Okay? Guys, I need your answers. It says there, you dash tell Halil about the party tomorrow night. It's a surprise. Must not, need to, doesn't have to. Okay? Halil says number 1 is need to. Okay, let's try. Number 2, your sentence is Fatima dash register for her classes on Monday. Otherwise, she won't get a place in them. Now guys, I need your answers here, and let's go to number 3. You dash sent that fax. I have already sent it. Now guys, remember one more thing, my darling students, in these sentences, try to understand me. You might have modal verbs which you can use other modal verbs too. So you might have an answer for each sentence more than one modal verb. So it's not wrong. Remember that. If you get more than one modal verbs, it's not wrong. It's still alright. Okay? 24 minutes past 3. Good afternoon. Let's go for number 1. Number 1 answer we got here. Oops, sorry. And let's see what the answer is here. We says must not, okay? You must not tell Halil about the party tomorrow night. It's a surprise. Now here, you can also use must not, need to, or doesn't have to. So they all can come in that exercise number 1 sentence. Number 2, Gilani says number 1 is must not. Great. I've just said right now, number 1 is your must not, is your answer. But remember, for number 1, you can still have your modal verbs must not, need to, or doesn't have to can come there. Sila says mustn't not. Okay. Now that can be also identified there, but it's a negative. Good job, Sila. Doesn't have to. Okay. Now guys, I want you guys to try and give me answer number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 2, Fatima dash register for her classes on Monday. Otherwise, she won't get a place in them. Which modal verb is coming on number 2 and number 3? You dash send that fax. I have already sent it. Now here, which modal verb? Remember, most of the sentences might have more than one modal verb, so you have a choice, okay? A dog dash get special training in order to be a guide dog. Now that's your number 4. Number 5, Fatih dash get up early tomorrow. His class was cancelled. Okay? Now guys, give me the answers for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't forget, you might have more than one modal verb which can fit in that sentences number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Give me your answers. Okay? Number 2, Gilani says doesn't have to. All right. We got number 2. We got Muhammad. Yepisi. Also Muharram. Yepisi. Hi Muharram. Welcome to the class. Okay. Number 3 is don't have to. Okay. Well done. Now let's check with our magical box and get your answers. Number 3. Oh, sorry. Number 2 first. Guys, your number 2 is has to, and I can see here number 2 also is doesn't have to. Yes, that was given by Sila. Yes, Sila, we can write has to or doesn't have to. They are alright, okay? Let's go to number 3. We have here Muharram said number 4 is need to, alright? Let's have a look on number 3 now and get your answers for number 3, guys. There we go. Don't have to. Well done. Number 4 is about the dog here. Must. Okay, a dog must get special training. Guys, remember, dog, we are talking about is training. Now, must is used for necessity, obligation, all right? That's why we use their must, all right? And also remember, your other modal verbs for number 4 can be need to. And of course, number 4, Sila says need to. Very good answer. Well done. And then number 5 is doesn't have to, Gilani says. All right. Now let's check our number 5 and get the answer. Good. Well done. Gilani does a good job. Number 5 says Fatih doesn't have to get up early tomorrow. His class was cancelled. So you can have your modal verb doesn't have to, or you can also use mustn't or doesn't have to. We have used that one there, or need to, okay? Now that's alright. Gilani and Sila, well done all of you. Muharram, good job. You're doing good, guys. I'm so proud of you guys. 29 minutes past 3. Good afternoon and welcome to the class. If you have joined me right now, this is Eric Barak, intermediate class. Hey, my darling students, are you enjoying my class? Are you enjoying and are you learning very well or not? Let me know that. My email address is barakeric1429@gmail.com. Drop me an email related information about grammar, vocabulary, and I will reply you back as I do for other students. Not to worry, you're with me, Eric Barak. All right, great. Let's go down to our next part now, students, and we are going to study about, guess what? We are going to talk about what now? Going to talk about your vocabulary bank, okay? Now guys, today we're going to talk about hospitality, all right, students? Because I know a lot of you love to travel, a lot of you like to go to dine in the restaurants, you love to go into the cafes, and you love to go also, for example, to the tea stalls. So remember, we always have special vocabulary words which we use for special areas. So today we're going to talk about hospitality. Alright? Now remember guys, our hospitality comes out from the word hospitable, okay? Now that means what? It's related where you serve people, okay? Now that's called a hospitality. Water. You need water, guys, because it's very hot outside. I don't want you, my darling students, get dehydrated. Make sure to drink a lot of water, okay? Great. Let's go back to hospitality. And I want you guys to write down this information, okay? Because this can really help you while you're talking in English to your friends, to your family, or to the customers. You can use these words. We are talking about hospitality vocabulary bank right here at Just English. Eric Barak with you. 31 minutes past 3. Good afternoon. When we say accommodation, now guys, remember, accommodation means place, okay? Now in accommodation, we have various categories, okay? We have various categories related with accommodation, okay, my darling students? Now, for example, let's go to the first one. When you say accommodation, then we have dormitory, okay? Now, a lot of time, people always mix dormitory and rooms. Guys, remember, when you say dormitory, a dormitory means what? Where you have more than 5 or 6 people sleeping in one room. Now that is called a dormitory, okay? You have a lot of beds in one room. Now that is called dormitory. But if in your room you only have 1 bed or 2 beds, now that is a room. That is not a dormitory, alright? Love you, darlings. I know you understood it. Great. Now, we also have differences between the rooms. We have a double room and we have a single room. We have a family room. We have a twin room. And of course, we are talking about the rooms, all right? Gilani says students stay in dormitory, for example. Yes, Gilani, well done. That's a good example. A lot of times, students from the college, from the universities, they stay in the dormitories. Gilani, wow, you're doing good. Good example. Well done. Now let's go to the double room. Now guys, we have different type of rooms. Remember that, okay? When you say double room, now that means what? That in one apartment in your house, there should be 2 bedrooms, all right? Now bedrooms actually means if there are 2 bedrooms, that means double room, okay? Don't forget that. Family room. Now when you say a family room, now don't look at me and say, Eric, family room means kitchen. Hello! There's no kitchen coming in the family room, alright? Family room is actually where a family can sit down and they can have a meeting, they can talk about special issues at home, or they can plan some future together, or they sit together and catch up whole day's work. Now that is called a family room. Actually, your family room also can be your living room. Now when you say living room, now that is actually where you can have your sofa or you can have your chair and you can sit on that with your family and talk to them, alright? Now that's called family room. Now don't start mixing up and don't start looking at me and say, Eric, family room is a kitchen or is it, you know, a balcony? Hello, it's not. Okay, love you. Twin room. Now when you say twin room, my darlings, when you say twin room, remember identical rooms, alright? Identical means similar. Identical or a twin room are having the same meaning. That means identical, alright? Great. Now when you say a double bed, okay, a double bed means what? A bed on which 2 people can sleep together. Now that is called a double bed, alright? For example, 2 friends can sleep together, 2 brothers can sleep together, 2 sisters can sleep together, alright? And 2 children can sleep together, okay? Now that is called double bed. But when you talk about a single bed, now single bed means what? 1 person can only sleep on a single bed, not 2 or 3 people, alright? because the space is only for one person on the bed. Okay, now guys, let's go to our youth hostel. Now when you say youth hostel, now what do you mean by youth hostel? Hey my darlings, where are you gone? Are you sleeping? Or did you leave the class? Where did you go? Where are you? When you talk about youth hostel, guys, what do you mean by youth hostel? I need an answer, guys. What do you mean by youth hostel? Hey, darling students, I need your answer. What do you mean by youth hostel? And of course, while you give me the answer for youth hostel, we're going to talk about bunk beds, alright? Now, bunk beds are not the beds which are together. Bunk beds are this way, bed upon another bed, okay? Now, that is called a bunk bed, alright, my darlings? Now, when you say fill in a form, now that means what? To write down information about yourself, alright? Okay, now when you say reception in the hospitality, now reception means what? The main face of the organization. Now that is called reception. Let's say you want to go and apply for a job. You can just say, hey, go to the reception and drop your application. So reception is actually a main face to the entrance of the organization. Alright, dear? Great. Now the receptionist. Now when you say receptionist, guys, now receptionist actually means a person who works at the reception. Alright? It's called receptionist. Okay, guys? I hope it's very clear to you. A person who works in the front line or at the reception is called receptionist, not secretary, okay? A lot of time people mix a secretary and a receptionist. Remember, your receptionists are people who are working on the front line. They're like the face to an organization. When you enter to an organization, you see them the first are the receptionist. Alright? Great. Now let's go to your next part. Book in advance. Now when you say book in advance, that means what, darlings? That actually means that if you want to travel, or let's say if you want to go to Bodrum or you want to go to Izmir, make sure that you have booked your accommodation before. Gilani says, right. That's great, Gilani. All right, my darling students. I'll give you an example again. Book in advance. When you want to travel to Bodrum, Izmir, or out of your country, you need to book your flight in advance and you need to make your room accommodation booking in advance. Now that is called book in advance. Alright? It's not just on arrival. It's called book in advance. A booking which you do before the actual date of travel. Okay? Great. Now we got here B&B. Now guys, tell me what is B&B. Hey my darling students, where are you? Tell me now, what is the full form of B&B? Remember, we are into the vocabulary of hospitality. Tell me the full form of B&B. B&B, guys. Tell me the full form of B&B. Remember, we're into the hospitality vocabulary bank. 40 minutes past 3. Good afternoon. This is Barack Eric with you right here at Just English. Guys, tell me now, what do you mean by full form of B&B? Remember, don't forget, we are doing a hospitality vocabulary bank. Gilani says, really, I don't have any idea. Okay, Gilani, that's great, but let me explain you guys. Oksana says, hi Oksana, welcome back for night and breakfast. Great, well done. Now guys, B and B means B stands for bed and your other B stands for breakfast. All right, bed and breakfast. When you say someone, hey, B and B, hey, bed and breakfast, they are the same. All right, so the short form of bed and breakfast is B and B. Okay, good try, Oksana, well done. Halil says room and breakfast. Great. Now actually B and B is bed and breakfast is related because bed is in a room, definitely. And Oksana and Halil, you are also right. Great. Now guys, let's go into the hospitality. Still we are going on with vacancies. Now when you say vacancies, now what do you mean by vacancies, guys? Now vacancies means if there are any jobs available and an organization is hiring people, they want to interview people for the positions available in the organization. Now that is called vacancies. All right, guys, is it clear? Vacancies are the ones where people are waiting for to apply for a job to an organization and to check with them if the positions are still available. Now that is called vacancies. All right, now when someone tells you, hey, sorry, we have no vacancy, now that means what? That there is no job available. All right, but when someone tells you, hey, we got vacancies in our department, it means what? That the jobs are available and you can apply for that. Gilani Chase, that's great. Of course, that's great. All right, guys, that's all about vacancies. I hope you did understand what I was talking about. All right, it was a great vocabulary today. We were talking about hospitality. Now, guys, tell me one thing. Do you guys love to go to the restaurants or not? Tell me now. Do you like to go to the restaurants or to the cafes, to the coffee shops? Do you like to go there or not? Give me your answers, your feedback right now. Do you love to go to the restaurants, to the cafes, and to the coffee shops? Do you like to go there or not? My answer is, I don't know my answer, but I need your answer. Do you guys love to go to restaurants, coffee centers, and cafes? Do you like to go there? 44 minutes past 3 p.m. and very shortly I will be signing out from the class. And remember, on Thursday we will be meeting again for a class. All right, Thursday my class will be at 2 o'clock again. From 2 to 4 o'clock we're going to study together. All right, if you are there, just come into my class and we're going to study together on Thursday between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Gilani says, I like to go to coffee. Great. Now there we go. She loves to go to coffee shop or to coffee cafe. Great. Now guys, when you go to the coffee shops or to the coffee cafes, you always find the hospitality of the serving staff, the way they talk to you. You see, there's a hospitality that makes you to go out to be into the hospitality. All right, guys. Now, my darling students, it's very sad. It's really sad that I have to say goodbye to you guys. But don't worry, I hope you had a great time today. We learned a lot today. We talked about modal words and obligations. We learned about them today. We did a lot of exercises together. You guys learned and did a great job today, and you made me feel proud. Don't forget that you should not stop drinking a lot of water. Drink a lot of water because It's pretty hot. I don't want you guys to get dehydrated. Drink as much as you can. Alright? Now, my darling students, this is Eric Barak with you. And I know it's very sad for me to say goodbye to you because I miss you guys a lot. But don't worry, on Thursday between 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we will meet again. You take care of yourself and take care of your family and your loved ones. Don't forget out to wear your mask, wear your gloves, use your cologne, and stay safe. And 46 minutes past 3, Eric Barak, right here from Justenglish, says to you, I love you and goodbye.